right, so OpenAI's DevDay 2024, huh? You know, I live for this stuff, and wow, they really went all out this time. We're talking real-time API, GPT-4 is learning to see. I mean, what even? We got a lot to cover today,
hmm
so let's just dive right in.
You know what really struck me was just how much OpenAI seems to be focusing on that connection between AI and humans.
Mhm.
Like it's not just about making AI more powerful, but making it feel more natural, more human to interact with.
Yeah, totally. Even before the event even started, everybody was buzzing about that rumored O1 model.
Mhm.
It felt like the tech world's version of like waiting for a surprise album drop or something.
Oh, absolutely. The hype was real.
Yep.
But hype aside, the real-time API that they actually announced, that's a game changer, especially for anyone who's ever used like AI writing tools or chatbots and just been stuck waiting for a response.
Okay, yes, 100%. I've been there. That lag time can really kill the creative flow. What's the secret sauce they're using to fix it?
So it's all about creating a more natural flow of conversation.
Mm.
Imagine like an AI tutor that can respond to your questions instantly with like actual realistic sounding speech. And it's not just about speed either. It's AI that can actually understand and then mimic human speech patterns. Things like tone of voice even.
So no more robot voices from our AI buddies.
Exactly. They're using this thing called WebSockets, which basically allows for this constant two-way communication with OpenAI servers. Think of it like the difference between sending a text message and having a live phone call.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's more about creating a natural back and forth like what we're doing right now.
Exactly. And this opens up so many possibilities, especially in things like education language learning, where that natural interaction is key.
I can already see myself finally learning a new language without feeling like I'm talking to a robot. But wait, there's more. Right. They didn't just stop at improving how we talk to AI. What was that about GPT-4 learning to see?
Right, so that was another big one, vision fine-tuning. It
Yeah.
basically means that GPT-4 can now learn from images, not just text.
Hold on. So we're talking about giving AI the ability to actually see the world kind of like we do.
It's getting pretty close.
Uh,
Imagine you're a doctor, right? And you can upload a medical image to an AI powered by GPT-4. This AI has been trained on tons of similar images and can help you identify things, diagnose conditions with amazing accuracy, even things that a human eye might miss.
wow. Okay. That's a game changer, especially for healthcare. But this could be huge for all sorts of fields, right? Like what about education?
Oh, totally. Imagine like a student trying to understand a complicated diagram in a textbook, right? Now they can just snap a picture of it and the AI can break it down for them, explaining everything in simple language.
Okay, now this is getting really cool. So we're talking about AI that can understand not just what we say, but what it sees, too. What's next? AI that can make us coffee.
Well, the AI barista might be a little ways off still, but OpenAI did talk about making AI more efficient. Things like prompt caching and model distillation. They sound kind of technical, but they're actually really interesting.
All right, break it down for me. What's prompt caching?
Okay, so you know how your phone remembers your favorite apps and puts them front and center so you can get to them easily? It's kind of like that. It lets OpenAI's models basically store and then quickly pull up commonly used prompts. That makes the whole system faster and less resource heavy.
So it's like a memory boost for AI.
Yeah, exactly. And that's where model distillation comes in. It's all about making those big, powerful AI models smaller and faster without losing accuracy. Imagine running like a GPT-powered app on your phone without needing a crazy powerful processor.
So it's about making AI more accessible to everyone, not just making it smarter.
You got it. These innovations could totally change the game-making AI tools available to anyone with a smartphone.
Now that's something I can get behind, democratizing these tools. But we got to talk about the other side of this, right? AI is powerful, so there are always going to be questions about how it's developed and how it's used.
100%. And it's good to see that OpenAI is thinking about these things too. They really stressed responsible AI development throughout the whole event.
Okay, so they're not just releasing these crazy powerful tools into the wild with no plan. What are they doing specifically to address those concerns?
Well, for one thing, they're being really transparent about what their models can and can't do.
Hmm.
And they're really focused on building safeguards into the system to prevent misuse.
Mm.
Like making sure that any AI-generated content is labeled as such.
Definitely a step in the right direction. I mean, think about it. An AI that can create images, write stories, even have a conversation like a real person. That's a lot of power.
Yeah, because that old saying, with great power comes.
Exactly. We've seen how technology can be used in good ways and bad ways.
The important thing is to be aware of the downsides, but not let that overshadow the amazing things AI can do.
For sure. And speaking of amazing before, we can't forget about that whole O1 thing that's been going around. Even though there wasn't some big announcement, I feel like OpenAI might be sitting on something huge.
Yeah, there were definitely hints throughout the whole event. A bunch of the talks, even one called OpenAI Research, building with O1, seemed to hint at something big coming.
It's like they're leaving a trail of breadcrumbs leading to like a new era of AI, a future where it's hard to tell the difference between AI and human intelligence. What do you think they're working on? It's kind of freaking me out a little, right? Like,
Yeah.
remember that whole is GPT-4 sentient thing a while back?
Yeah, I know it's hard not to think about it. But I feel like OpenAI is being more open this time around. They're not shying away from the ethical questions at all.
Which is huge because, I mean, we've all seen those sci-fi movies where AI gets too smart, right?
Yeah, and those stories are important because they make us think about the possibilities. But they also show us how amazing AI can be when it's used for good. It's kind of like fire. It can be dangerous, but it also keeps us warm and cooks our food. It all depends how we use it.
Okay, yeah, I like that. So how do we make sure we're building the AI equivalent of like a fireplace and not a dumpster fire?
That's the question, isn't it? Honestly, I think it starts with talking about it, like
Yeah.
what we're doing right now. We need everybody involved, developers,
Yeah.
policymakers, ethicists, everyone.
It's not just about the tech anymore, it's about society.
Exactly. And it's about finding that balance, right?
Yeah.
Being excited about what AI can do, but also being cautious and putting safeguards in place.
So big picture, what's your main takeaway from all of this? After Dev Day, I mean,
I really feel like we're on the verge of something huge here. That line between science fiction and reality is getting blurry, and the decisions we're making now will shape the future of AI.
it's like OpenAI is handing us this incredible toolbox and saying, all right, let's build something amazing together.
Yeah.
This Dev Day felt different, like a real turning point in how we see AI.
I totally agree. It's exciting and a little bit scary at the same time.
Hmm.
Because it means we all have a responsibility to be a part of this, to ask the tough questions and make sure AI benefits everyone.
Well said. OpenAI's Dev Day 2024 wasn't just about new products. It was a call to action. It reminded us that we're not just passengers. We're the ones driving this AI revolution. And I gotta say, I'm pretty pumped to see where it takes us.